Hi, very good morning and Assalamualaikum to my lecturer, Miss Ayu. My name is NURUL IFFAH BINTI NGOSMAN. I'm from Diploma in Tourism Management. Today I would like to present my final report, which is about Green World Genetics Sdn Berhad. Chapter 1, which is Tourism Industry in Malaysia and the Current Situation. As we all know, tourism industry in Malaysia is the third biggest contributor to Malaysia's GDP after manufacturing and commodities. And then Visit Truly Asia Malaysia 2020 campaign was launched to reach the target of 36 million visitors and 168 billion Malaysian ringgit for the year of 2020. So, however, the outbreak of COVID-19 has led to the cancellation of this campaign. COVID-19 is an infectious disease caused by a newly discovered strain of coronavirus, which first emerged in Wuhan during December of 2019. So, the first case of COVID-19 in Malaysia was detected on 24 January 2020. To contain the spread of this virus, Malaysian Prime Minister, which is Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin, has made a televised speech and announced a movement control order for Malaysia on 16 March of 2020. The objective of the project, which is to analyze how tourism industry affected by the crisis, and then to study the positive and negative impact towards the company, also country, and then building the development plan and marketing strategy for them to overcome the bad current situation, and lastly to determine the successful of the implemented marketing strategy. So next is the project duration. This project duration is estimated for about 24 weeks, which is started from May and ended on November of 2020. Selected company, I would like to choose Green World Genetics Sdn Berhad as my final year project, because this company is one of agro-tourism company in Malaysia, and they specialize in research and development, which is R&D. So I select it to study how this current crisis affect them, and also others agro-tourism industry in Malaysia. Chapter 2, which is about this GWG background history. So this company was found on 2007 and now located in Taman Perindustrian Kip Kepong, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. It was found by Dr. Chua Kim Ai. Their opening hours is from Monday to Friday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. and close on Saturday and Sunday. So the company size is estimated for 50 to 200 employees, and their mission is to achieve a sustainable excellence in long term and short term in agricultural sector. So they partnered with Center for Market Discovery and Validation, and also MARDI for Market Access Technology. Also, they work for MOA to develop self-sufficiency in food production, which is because it is better to have an own food production rather than depending on imported goods. So this company also started from grain corn farming project. Ownership of the company, which is for Dr. Chua Kim Ai. So Dr. Chua Kim Ai has 40 years of experience, including in sales and marketing, seed production, seed R&D, and corporate management. So he is now focusing on strategy management in seed industry. He has a diploma in marketing from the Chartered Institute of Marketing in London, Master of Business Administration in University of Strathclyde, UK, Scotland, and a Doctor of Philosophy from University Sultan Zainal Abidin, Malaysia. So he has received an award during IFFAH Seed Congress in 2019 in Kuala Lumpur. For product, this company has produced a commercial seed and home garden. So under commercial seed, they have a leafy, fruity, and field crop. For leafy, they are a hybrid of vegetable, while for fruity are the hybrid of fruit. So here are the example of leafy hybrid of vegetable, which is hybrid spinach. Hybrid spinach, this has undergone the process of research and development. Through that process, this spinach is known as spinach Popeye 100. It has a dark green color leaf and a strong stem. So it has medium, long, and uniform plant size rather than the origin spinach. So it is easy to grow and in high yield. Also, it has a good disease resistance, which make the spinach look more fresh compared to the regular spinach. Fruity is the hybrid of fruit, and for example, I take a tomato. As we can see, this tomato jutawan T122 is the hybrid of tomato that were R&D by GWG company. So this hybrid tomato has a good flesh firmness and easy to grow, and it is strong disease tolerant, especially to Fusarium and TYLCV. Later then I will explain about this Fusarium and TYLCV. So this Fusarium comes from Latin fusus, meaning a spindle. Fusarium is a large genus of filamentous fungi. It is part of a group often referred to as Hypomyceae, widely distributed in soil and associated with plants. So most species are harmless saprobes and are relatively abundant members of the soil microbial community. Some species produce mycotoxin in cereal crops that can affect human and animal health if they enter the food chain. The main toxin produced by this Fusarium species are fumonisin and trichotillin, despite most species apparently being harmless. Some Fusarium species and subspecies group are among the most important fungal pathogens of plants and animals. Fusarium is a wilt symptom in potato and tomato. It is a slight vein clearing an outer leaflet and dropping of leaf petiole. So then the lower leaf will wilt first and turn into yellow and die. So the entire plant may be killed. A single shoot will before the rest of the plant. So if we don't take action at this plant, it will kill, and the virus of Fusarium will spread to the other plants, so we don't get to harvest the products. TYLCV stands for tomato yellow leaf curl virus, which is a tomato infecting plant virus transmitted by whitefly Bemisia tabac, and these symptoms such as stunting, leaf curling and yellowing, in which cause critical production loss in tomato cultivation. So this virus also harm our product, our harvest, and we will get some loss rather than profit itself. To control this disease, this company tried to remove the white flies or killing intermediate weeds by we cut the stem or the wilt stem and changing the cultivation season to decrease the loss of product. For market analysis, we go to the market size, which is market size is how many our potential customer or to whom we we will distribute the product. So we must understand the product before we release it to the customer. And then competition we have a direct competition and indirect competition, which is a direct competition is like other company that offer the very similar product to our product. For example, I'm choosing GWG company, which is it is an agricultural sector. So in Malaysia we have many other agriculture sector who provide the same product as this GWG company, such as fruits, vegetable, and so on. And while indirect competition, it offer different product or service. It offer different products or service, but they compete for the same market. Next is the distribution channel, which is this GWG has come up with brand new channel like online marketing. So this GW channel has their own e-shop, and they have also a website and also Facebook page for online marketing to attract more customer to buy their products. While their achievement is this company has been awarded by Malaysia Agriculture Ministry with My Gap certificate, and it is a first anchor company, and they are the leader in the development of Malaysia's seed industry under the National Key Economic Areas (NKEA). Chapter 3 will focus on analysis of current situation. For strength, this company focus on R&D of tropical hybrid seed, and they have easily target market and high distribution channel for market segment. They provide a reasonable price and affordable for all their customers, and the location also is a strategic location which will easily found in Google Map, and don't get lost. Okay, so lastly, their strength is their brand. GWG brand is well known by other countries, not only in Malaysia but in Asia. While weakness is the delivery of product to rural area is taking up 2 to 4 days to deliver. So it a bit late, and communication through mail were too slow, which I have tried to mail them through emails, and there was no reply. Okay, they have lack of promotion for the product, because I have looked at their FB Facebook page and their website. Their websites also were not what is slow, not up to date. Yeah, not up to date in promoting. And their weakness is they only deliver to Peninsular Malaysia, not in Sabah and Sarawak. And opportunities, they have chances to enlarge their business portfolio by exporting to other countries, and they have a good influence for themselves and other countries. They has the capability to increase their R&D by using a new development and new technologies, and a population of city and economic growth. It will help them to increase our economy by having our own products. While trade is a competition with other food supply company, uh, as an example for the frozen food, which is easily to found in the market, and the risk of food fraud, and also changes in food consumption and buyers demand, which is the people buying is depend on their demand, right? Is not everyone will eat fruits every day, every night, and every time, and the reliance on foreign worker. So Well, their worker is not as much as in the sites. Okay, they only use our local worker. Seven factor in macro environment, which are first is competitor, is to satisfy the needs and wants of the customer and to compete for customer. And next is demographic environment, which is the study of human population in terms of size, density, age, etc. And economic environment is the consumer purchasing power and spending pattern, which it will change. It will change in trends. Like we don't know when the spending pattern of human will be changed. For example is today I like to eat durian and tomorrow I don't like to eat durian, like that. And four is the natural environment, which are the natural resource required by the marketers, as like for example for this GWG, they will need soil, like to plant or to harvest their seeds. In technological environment as the technology grows, so does the product. And six is the political environment, so this company will have to follow up with the government agency, or if we have changed the government agency, it will be a barrier for the company to market their size, to market their business. So, and lastly is the cultural environment, which include the institution, or for easily to say is belief, our belief and the people's belief, the perception, preference and the behavior of customer or that company itself. The micro environment, which have company, is the company must not operate in vacuum. It must work closely with the top management to have a good relationship between the top management and the lower management level. Second is the supplier, the firm and individual that provide the resource need by the company. So for this GWG, who is their resource? Where do they get their product, or their like fertilizers and so on? Third is the marketing intermediaries, like promoting, selling and distribute their product to the buyers. How they provide to their customer. Customer is the people who have the purchasing power lah. And lastly, five is the competitors, is the other organisation that provide the same service or competing for the same market. Chapter 4 is the impact of the current situation towards the company. So the negative impact is the work order was limited and they will be working in shift, and their work will be delayed due to lack of employees. For example, in one side, or one side of the batas, they will need up to four employee. This is example. So due to this COVID, they only have to use 2% in one batas, and while others, there are some companies were forced to cut the salaries of their worker. So it will also affect the worker lah, not only the company itself. While the positive impact is, even though they have to work in a shift, their working system became more organized. Well, because of the SOPs given by the government, and they have lack of visitors coming. Why this is a positive impact? Because when visitors come, they have to give their best shot to promote their company. Chapter 5 is the marketing analysis, which is how to overcome the bad current situation. Here, I have some of the tips to overcome the bad current situation. Firstly is to don't hard sell and show support. Your company must not solely focus on profits only. You have show support. For example, don't force people to buy your product. You have to support them, especially during this pandemic time. Secondly, precise targeting. With segmenting your target audience based on the topic or keyword they are interested. This is how you show support also, while giving them moral, and you must know what are they searching right now, due to this COVID. Third is increasing your app and online content effort. This like we speed up our online content or update our website for customer to know what is our company doing right now to in order to promote the company's product. And four is the brand safety and advertising, which is putting ads in the right context, especially in this pandemic. For example, you don't have to promote to go on a holiday on other country, but you can try to promote our country itself, like in setiap negeri we have our own attraction, so we can attract people to come and have a vacation inside the country. Lastly is multi-channel communication, is like keeping the customers informed is crucial. Well, if we is like when we buy something on a market, online market, we the buyer will wait for the product, and while we as a seller, we must inform them if they have any mistake or any barriers due to this COVID. For example, is like transport. Maybe it will take to long days to distribute our product to them. Based on the 4P marketing strategy, I have some product innovation for TWG company. First is product. Firstly is cloud computing. Cloud computing is data that we gather from our farming land to our PC or tablet. For example, in Japan, there has been used this technology. Example is Aeon Agri Shimpoku Seika, Sowa Kaijun, and Fukuhara. They will the machine will detect rain prediction and humidity level by placing the sensor at the land or near the plant. And secondly is the irrigation technology. It is more easier to water the plant rather than by we use the watering can only to water one by one. We can use like sprinkler pump or drip system in these irrigation technologies. The pricing strategy, which first is value-based pricing, is a strategy of setting price based on consumers' perceived value. It's like how much the customer believe a product is worth. For example, I'm buying a blouse with the price is 40 ringgit. So, do I pay the right price for a blouse? It's like that. Second is the competition-based pricing. It is used by mostly business selling a similar product. They will compete for a price. For example, company A selling a blouse with 40 ringgit, while company B is selling the same blouse as company A, but their price is a bit lower or a bit higher. So it's like that. Third is price skimming. It is the charge the highest initial price that customer will pay and then lowers it over time. For example, we have a product and we charge it. For example, our customer will pay for it for 50 ringgit. The company will set price starting from 50 ringgit as the customer will pay, and then uh, by time they will feel like to lower it, while everyone will have an affordable price to pay. Four is the penetration pricing. Penetration pricing is the strategy used by company to attract the customer to buy their product, but they are offering it at a lower price first, and then they will up the price to highest price lah. Place is a location, distribution, and ways of delivering our product to our final buyer. Here are some factors to consider when choosing a place. For example, availability of raw material. Is it easy to get the raw material for our next product? And is it near to the market, or is it far from our target market? Or is it have mencukupi basic infrastructure, at least basic infrastructure for our company, and demography, psychography, and so on. Lastly, in 4P strategy is the promotion. Promotion, for example, like sales promotion, is the short-term incentive to encourage the purchase of the product. It's like how to attract customer to buy our product during promotion date. Next is advertising. It is any paid form or non-personal presentation and promotion of ideas, goods, and service. For example, paid form advertising is like banner or bar yang dekat jalan tu, iklan dekat jalan. Third is public relation. Is building a good relation with the company's various public, like our company have a good relation with our target market. Like it is more to communication. So if we have a good communication, we will have a good public relation. Lastly is personal selling. Personal selling is oral presentation in a conversation with one or more prospective purchaser of the purpose of making sales. Chapter 6 is about analysis of the implemented strategy. Firstly is segmentation. After identifying your group or your market, you must your research about your target market must be more successful than your competitors. Next is targeting and positioning. Is your product offering must meet your customer, your customer's demand must meet their needs. What do they want actually? Third is promotional tactic. It is what your company do to promote the product. For example, by advertising or exhibition or digital marketing and so on. Four is the monitoring and evaluation. Is quite a simple approach can do, by by asking your customer how do they know about your company, or how do they know about the product that your company release. And 5, lastly, is the marketing plan. Marketing plan is, firstly, you must set out a clear objective by how your company will survive in the future, and deciding which customer to target, and how do you do, and what you did to approach them. And lastly, your company must continually review and improving, and must do at least 2 steps ahead of your competitors. For conclusion, the industrial training is an obligation for all students of COSMOPOINT College in order to fully complete our study. But due to COVID-19, college organization has come up with the idea of project-based industry to replace the industrial training. But for me, this is a bit challenging, as I need to make some research in order to get more knowledge and more information about the company and the current situation. Thank you to all who helped me directly and indirectly, and also don't forget to stay safe. Okay, take care everyone, and take care of your health, and we will fight this virus together. So stay safe and stay strong.